Dplus was kind of gearing up to like, okay, you run into us, we have Trundle, we have Cassiopeia, we have Renekton, you're going to kind of get melted by this. And the Ziggs, it's like, well, fine, we just won't run into you. We'll just throw bombs at you endlessly. Cassiopeia, the way she
comes down, as now Beryl does get spotted on that ward, does need to use that dredge line to get himself out of there, and the Dragon will be given up and will reset as the flash away as Doran was making his way over. Beryl now in trouble, does manage to buffer the hook pretty nicely as Ona flashes towards him, aiming, trying to get this Nocturne out of there as a public execution. Max range from Doran! And they're bottom lane. And these grubs are going down. Bouncing bomb, not going to be enough to steal this one away. As 2 grubs will be taken, it looks like a third is going to go over to DK here as well. So a little bit of extra side laning power as Mega Inferno steals it away.
Never towards this Dragon.
Yeah, Owner is looking to try and put some pressure on this Crab as Lucy's going to get slammed into the wall. There's a Paranoia as well, and Subjugate not going to be enough to save him. I'm not entirely sure what the plan was.
And there was really nothing he could do. So not only do they manage to get the kill there, they get the Scuttle, they also get the Dragon. It's a big influx of gold and the objective as well for T1.
And we have, we have to go back to what we were talking about earlier on, right? T1, this draft, very flexible, has a lot of options as Hook is going to catch Doran once again, and even the Valkyrie damage is going to be enough. That was an overstep. As the Corki is very strong. Meanwhile, here towards the bottom side, this Renekton in a bit of trouble, doing a decent job to try and keep himself alive, but it doesn't quite work as Faker just barely survives. With like, what, double-digit health, single-digit health? He was very close to dead.
And you saw the potions ticking. That made the difference, but now Doran in trouble.
In trouble yet again, as a depth charge going to come down this time around. Will be absorbed there by the ulti, and I don't think he's going to be getting out. That's another kill going over to aiming, and both of them go into his hands. As Mega Inferno Bomb not going to be enough to save that turret, and it looks like DK will be able to get first brick in this game. It is already Feats of Warfare over to T1, so we are one apiece as far as Feats of Strength are concerned, still just battling over these objectives.
Yeah, and it does mean a massive gold lead for aiming because he was just picking up plates in the top side while T1 were making plays on the rest of the map. It was just aiming, just feels bad for the Ziggs when he's not the one getting the plates. Oh, Faker.
Yeah, Beryl making his way in. Faker going to flash, and that was a good one because there are a lot of DK members down here. Carrier could be in trouble, though. Steadfast Presence comes down. She catches him with the stun, and there is nowhere for this Poppy to go. More plates going over to DK.
We'll be able to pick up this top tower with the power of the Ziggs.
Well, we're getting a bit paranoid here towards the bottom side of the map as Ona does go in, then immediately goes out. Is getting taken down very low. Beryl in position as he just gets evicted. All right, well, goodbye. Lucid comes over and steals it away, though. Never mind, there was a troll just waiting in there. It's like it's under a bridge. As we have a redemption coming down, Lucid gets all of his health bar back as the teleport comes in from Doran, and immediately he is blown up. And there is nothing
that they value off the back of this Herald.
Yep. And takes down the outer turret in the mid lane. They're also taking the Dragon at the same time as T1 not quite finding it as Petrifying Gaze connects on to the Poppy, but Carrier is going to survive. We get a bit of a zoom in here from Jonah Strong, but not any joy going to come of that. But Lucid is going to be taking this Drake, and so that will be Feats of Strength over to DK in what feels like the blink of an eye. We're just Doran.
Well, they set up a trap here. I think they may have found Shiwu.
Yeah, the Crocodile has certainly been sought out as the Heroic Charge does come in. Public Execution comes down as well. The Redemption this time from Beryl is going to work, but the Paranoia comes in. The flash out, he manages to get the Sun as Ona overcommits for it, and now we get some knockups to come through Beryl, but the Realm Warp, and that gets them to safety, and aiming is taking an inner turret in the mid lane.
This is what Ziggs is supposed to do, you know, just a tower killer, but aiming has just been playing tower destruction duty this whole game, getting plates for days, getting towers for days, and now Doran in trouble.
Oh, another hook gonna connect. Beryl's, like, anchor is magnetized to Doran today.
Doran is not having a good time. 0, 4, and 2 on the Zambesi. He's just being bullied out since the early game. The only Fed member on the side of T1 is Ona, and he's just struggling to make any headway, diving in to get blown up. And another turret going over to the side of Dplus. That's the fourth out of the ult.
She once again in trouble here. Doesn't have the Dominus and is going to have to try and get himself over this wall. Yeah, not going to happen. He needs to be reminded of that.
Don't do that.
But no one else needs to be reminded of that. Second Dragon comes through here for DK. DK, but he's not hitting the Otacon right now. They're looking for a turn. Miasma comes in, another hook comes down as Doran has to flash away. He's been subjugated as well, and they look for the Crocodile. He slices, dices, and gets himself out of there. As Shiu's still looking a little worse for wear, but not quite as bad as Beryl, who is basically out of this fight completely. T1 take control of the Otacon. Lucid trying to get over there as Beryl finds another hook onto Doran. The petrifying gaze as well onto Faker. They've taken 2 kills, but it is the Otacon secured by T1. Now can they get out of there? That's the big question. As DK, it's a bit of a sacrifice to give it away if they're not able to get a little bit more. As the pillar will come through pretty soon here from Lucid, and Ona is not getting out of this one. Aiming even able to come over and pick up the kill with the Gatling gun, and DK decided that they're not going to be taking the Otacon, as this Baron will just go to DK. There is nothing T1 can do about it. Mega Inferno Bomb not stealing it this time, because Lucid does have Smite.
Yeah, with the
for this purple monster.
The amount of DPS on that neutral really making... Oh, Shiwu. It's not flash.
Gonna get Realm Warp done, and will get interrupted there by the Steadfast Presence. Still there's a fair bit of health bar to get through, but the Satchel will hold him in place and takes down the Crocodile. A cheeky one back. He's almost their gold lead.
Yeah.
Like, alone. As now Carrier is in a lot of trouble. That trophy is just pesky.
Not sure the angle he was really going for there. Just super overextended. Potentially looking for a flank and just gets instantly exploded. Doran doing pretty good into Shiwu specifically, but he's got friends.
Yeah, he's got a lot of buddies, and the public execution is going to miss. There are so many things on the ground, and the turret just evaporates. Aiming looked at it, and it just exploded. Beryl going to make his way over, and I think that's the base that's going to get broken here on this push. That Rebel Baron power play that I was telling you was quite low is now obscenely large. 4,000 is the note of that one, and that means that they have a 7.5k goal. Picked up from for DK as well.
Aiming level 16, going to be able to recall and pick up Infinity Edge. Is 0-6.
Yeah, he's just eating anchors.
Yeah,
As Paranoia comes down, we've got a Realm Warp to join him in here as they look for aiming, but he just gets himself out. And Beryl is going to vacate as well as Showmaker flashes for it. Lucid dives in on top, and the Nocturne and Ziggs immediately go down. Kerry gets caught out, and this game, ladies and gentlemen, is over. Faker is the last man standing. Teleports come in as DK, it's their turn for the jump scare. And now they will take down another in here. They're going to take down some Nexus turrets as well. And DK in a classic DK game 1 are going to be 1-0 in this series.
T1 try and find a way back in. They look for aiming, but this time he holds strong. 0 deaths in this game. 9-0-3. That early Corky pick coming up huge. And Dplus will go 1-0 up in this series.
Oh man, that was